Now let's check out a school in our community that's teaching students in a different way. They're offering personalized learning for Arizona families. Here with more is Dr. Kelly Van Sant with Ignite Learning Academy. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me today.
Okay, so let's start with what makes Ignite Learning Academy different from other online schools.
So we do things a little bit unique at ILA, and that is that we individualize learning for every child. So say you're in third grade, we don't just place you in third grade curriculum. If you have gaps to fill, we're going to fill those gaps first before we move you on. So we make sure that every child is prepared to move forward. If you're ready to move faster, we'll let you do that as well. So no child is going to be bored in class. They're ready for that. They don't have to wait for their peers to be ready to move on, nor is the curriculum going to move too quickly. We also have very small class sizes, so every child is known by their teacher. They know their hobbies, they know their interests. They talk to mom and dad on the phone. They know their siblings. So we really develop a relationship with the child so that we can bring learning to life and we can know that child and really work with them individually to make sure that they're having academic progress. We also build a really great community, and we'll talk about that a bit in this little guy here as we continue on a bit this morning. But we'll talk about Bruno. He's really popular at our school, but we'll wait a little bit, let him just sit here and take in the sights for a bit. But
he's hanging out.
He's the most popular guy at school.
Okay, so let's talk about costs. Is it affordable for Arizona families?
It really is. So Arizona has an amazing program called the Empowerment Scholarship Account Program. And that is a program that is available to every single student living in the state of Arizona between kindergarten and 12th grade age. And it allows all students to be able to decide as a family where they want their child to attend school. And it provides that funding that would typically follow a child to public school and allows a parent to decide, hey, I want my child to go to a private school instead. And that funding that you would receive from the state is more than the cost of our general education tuition. And so every single child in the state can attend Ignite Learning Academy at no out-of-pocket cost to the family. So essentially, every child can attend here at no cost, free, essentially. So it is very affordable to every single student in Arizona.
Good to know. Thank you for sharing that information. That's very helpful. Okay, so what type of student would thrive at ILA?
Our students are just as unique as every student you would find in a public school classroom. We have students who are passionate about interests that they're pursuing outside of school. So maybe they need a flexible schedule. Maybe they're an athlete that is doing something in the evening that takes up a lot of time, or they are a gymnast that trains during the day. Or maybe they're a special education student that just hasn't really found a school that's meeting their needs the way that the parents are hoping to find. A student that has a parent or a nanny or any sort of support in the home that can help with the structure of a schedule, especially for our younger students, and just making sure that they can get into class. You just saw students, they have these little, their work area set up at home. A parent that can make sure that they have an area that is appropriate for them to school from, where it's not in bed and it's not just, a random place around the house, but it's a designated setup area. It doesn't need to be an office or anything special, but making sure that they have the resources they need. And for our little ones, making sure that they have, the help to navigate our systems. They'll catch on real quick, but we want to make sure they have that adult support in the home. That's really important. As they get older, those teenagers know how to do this better than mom and dad, if we're being, really being honest here. But that adult is really important as we're getting started. So we're really looking for any student that just learns a little bit differently, whether they're gifted, whether they have special needs, whether you're just a child that really just wants to try something different and mom and dad think that's best, they're going to thrive here.
Okay, we like to thrive. We love that. Okay, real quick, we're almost done, but what about Bruno?
We love community here at ILA. We really believe that students should know each other. They should socialize. And this guy, Bruno, he's our mascot. He is a student favorite, and Bruno goes everywhere with our students. If you follow us on Facebook, you will find that Bruno was just recently at the Super Bowl. You'll find that Bruno went to the World Cup over in Qatar. You will find that Bruno goes to the Grand Canyon in Washington, D.C. People bring him on all of their family vacations, and they come back and they post in our we have a very private parent Facebook group for all of our enrolled families, so they can schedule meetups with other students around town so their families can get to know each other. And we have in-person field trips all around Arizona, so families, they can bring Bruno with them.
I love it.
But this guy, he's the most popular guy on campus.
Very popular and very lucky. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon and sharing all of that information.
Thanks for having me.
All right, and if you want to learn more and enroll at Ignite Learning Academy, go ahead and visit their website there at the bottom of your screen or call that number.